Hello, I am Kiranjeet, Project Manager. So let's begin with my presentation. So here is the agenda of our presentation. Challenges that we face as a project manager. Skilled supervisor should have to be more effective project manager. Then skills the team members should have to work effectively in a team. The most significant characteristics of an effective project manager according to me. Mm, Project manager, that steps they can take to for a team to be more effective. My personal advice for Samantha, as well as way that PMO function can be organized. So here are the challenges that supervisor face in the test case. So firstly, managing complex tasks as there is a lack of expertise. As we all know that the supervisors are dealing with the customers, they are dealing with the printers for ebooks. So somewhere there is a lack of expertise. Next is managing diverse teams as well as tracking work status. As we all know, there are some of the part-time workers as well as full-time workers. Their priorities are different, so tracking of work as well as the resources for the supervisors is getting more hectic and complicated. The lastly, handling conflict between the team members. As there are part-time members, there are students, there are full-time workers, so priorities are different. So every time supervisor have to involve in it and have to solve the conflict, which is really hectic. So skills and reasons supervisor need to be more effective project manager. I have come up with the five. So let's begin. First is time management. As we all know that project come up with the deadline. So time management is very important during the project. Next is resource management. As we all know, resources are of two types. One is physical, one is team. Everything should be managed. Which team member is working for which project for how much time. All this should be tracked. So resource management is also important task. Next is conflict management. As we all know, conflict is inevitable and each and every project will come up with some of the conflict. So there are certain processes each and every company follows, and it helps manager to come up with the solution and resolve the conflict. The next is communication skills. So communication skill is important in every aspect of life. I would like to say, if project manager have a skill to identify when there should be a push communication, when there should be a pull, and when there should be an interactive communication, it would be great. Last is leadership skills. As we all know, managers should have the ability that he or she could convert into a leader, because at some point team members need influence as well as motivation so that they can work fully to their 100%. So there are definitely some of the responsibilities for the team as well to be a effective team member. How it can be achieved? It can be achieved by positive team dynamics. As we all know, each and every member in the team must not have the same skills, same mindsets. So there should be positive team dynamics. Some of them are communication and collaboration. There should be open communication as well as each and everyone should agree with it. Next is adaptability and flexibility. There should be an adaptive feature between each and every team member, and they should be flexible. They should be open to each and every opinion. Next is problem solving and critical thinking. If each and every team member come with a specific solution for a specific problem, then definitely we can overcome with the problem. The last is most important, being empathetic. This is the most important feature each team member must have. They should be empathetic towards other team members. Also, we have a team charter, which is a legal or official document where each and every team member come on the same page and they oath each other while working on a same project. I will show you here an example for team chart. Here it have mission and objective, team values and principles, communication, how communication will be there, team decision making process, if there is specific conflicts, how we will resolve it, and lastly, accountability. If each and every team member come up with this, then definitely it is a successful team. The most significant characteristics of an effective project manager. So here I have come up with when should be a project manager should be a manager, when should be he or she must be a leader. So this is very important where the manager can analyze between these two roles. So there comes a point when leader definitely should be there during the project to motivate our team members so that they can work to their 100%. Whereas managers should also be there so that our project is on point and on track as he manages the time schedule for the project. The next is managers should also have a skill to identify what drives someone to do a specific task, whether there is an intrinsic motivation or extrinsic motivation. Intrinsic is someone who does the work because they love it, whereas extrinsic motivation is someone who does a work for specific reward or promotion. So managers should have that skill to analyze these two things also. So next is steps project manager can take to help their team to work more effectively. Now here I will like to connect it with the Tuckman model, which says it comes with the 5 stages: forming, storming, norming, performing, and adjoining. So what does it says? In forming, it's the initial stage of team building. Everyone are polite, everyone accept with each other opinions. So everything is smooth. Next, it comes storming. Here there occurs conflict. There come a negativity with the opinions. So here the performance of the team goes down. The next come norming. Here everyone come up with this come up on the same page and they accept the roles and responsibilities to work. They are okay with that work. Last is performing. In this, the performance of the team is high because each and everyone is performing their delegated task to achieve the goal. And at last, there is adjoining. Here it is not mentioned. That means the project is ended and everyone there is a gift of ending of a project. Now here come my personal advice for Samantha. Samantha can hire professional according to work he wanted someone to work. Instead of spending time as well as training on someone who doesn't have that skill set will not work. So we can find a resource which can work according to our requirement. The next is providing training according to the processes she defined. Definitely, there are some of the PMO processes Samantha has defined. So initial training is required for each and everyone who come up in the company or start with working. So this is important. So next is roles that staff perform and way to interact with existing project. So Samantha can hire project managers, trainers, supervisor for the track of schedule and cost. As in the test case, there is mentioned there was no proper scheduling of the task as well as the things which are completed, which are pending. So these three can help Samantha to manage the project as well as task properly. How these can be managed? This can be managed by RACI metrics as well as staff management plan. The project manager can help with this templates as RACI metrics help us to keep the track of the resources which are working on the project. As well as staffing management plan also give us the time which is remaining, the time our specific resource is working on a specific project. So these templates are definitely useful for the project managers. Lastly, other ways PMO function could be organized. So I come up with the 3 solutions: defining protocol of specific types of project. There comes a project which are of similar type. So there could be a similar protocol for such kind of projects and every time we will do according to that protocols. The next is setting a team according to the expertise and project. So we will identify the skill set of each and every team member and then we will assign that team member to that specific project where the skill set as well as requirement are aligned. Lastly, providing initial training, as each and every company has different way of doing things, different templates, different processes. So initial training is important for each and every new member. So here I sum up my webinar. Thank you so much.